Okay, well, welcome. As I said, I'm so glad to see you all here today. Um, I tell you what, let's just start with the word of prayer. If y'all bow your heads. Lord, be with us today. Inspire us. Uh, Help us to tap into creativity so that we can inspire others to see you in a whole new way and to grow in relationship with you. In your name we pray. Amen. Okay. Uh, for those of you, some of y'all were able to, we met in person and back last month at two different meetings. And I wanted to just say that, share that this is sort of a twofold purpose in doing this. One is to share ideas, to share resources, but the other is to help us all get to know each other, put faces with names to get more comfortable with, maybe getting in touch with one another and saying, hey, I brainstorm with me. Do you know a resource for this? Can you help me out with this? I know that in my years of doing this kind of work, it's just been a wonderful thing to have those connections. And that's where I've gotten some of, the greatest ideas and all of that. So, in saying that, what I would like to do, I hope this isn't threatening to anybody. If we can just go around, take a moment, share who you are, where you are, what it is that you do in that church, and and then if there is something thinking towards Advent, okay, just that you are, maybe you've got an inkling of an idea, something that you're, or something you're really focused on that an event or a service or something that you want to do, something that we can kind of brainstorm, share ideas about. It'll also help give me an idea. I mean, one of y'all has already emailed me and said, I'm looking for this thing. That's very helpful. And so that gives me time to kind of think about things. And it also gives each of you time to think about, oh my gosh, this would be a great way to do that, or, whatever like that. So, um, and if you have absolutely no idea, have not thought about Advent whatsoever, that's fine too. Just say it and say, I just need some inspiration here today, please. So, okay. So if we can, on my screen here, Dawson, you're up at the top right. Would you mind kicking us off?
Sure. Hello, everybody. My name is Dawson Marquette. I'm the Director of Christian Education here at the First Presbyterian Church of Springdale. So mine is kind of a hybrid role between it encompasses a lot, you know, um, maybe on all of our job descriptions, we have that little line that says, and other duties. Um, that really describes my role well. I oversee Christian education from really young children all the way up until adults. So there's a lot that I do that jump forth between youth and adult and children education. So it always kind of keeps things exciting for me. We are transitioning into our Advent season, and I know our head pastor, Dr. Susan Arnold, and I had a brief discussion yesterday about the curriculum that we are going to use, but we always center our Advent series around a Wednesday night meals and then Wednesday night Advent study for the 4 weeks of Advent. So I don't know if I really have any questions right now. I just really look forward to getting to know y'all and hearing what y'all are going to be doing for the Advent season.
Okay. Thanks, Dawson. Uh, Karen, what about you?
Sorry, I was trying to unmute. So my name is Karen Craig. I am um, the chair of our education committee for Trinity Presbyterian Church in Little Rock, Arkansas. Terry Jackson, our education coordinator, is also on this call today. So I think in terms of Trinity and what we're doing for the Advent season. I think what I'll address, because I know Terry will have some thoughts to share, is one of the things we're excited about repeating is a couple of years ago we did in the past we've always done like a pageant that involved children, but the number of children and youth that we have right now, probably it would be difficult to recruit enough to do a full pageant during worship. So a few years ago, we did sort of a dinner setting with the entire congregation and had people sitting at round tables. And our pastor would tell the Christmas story, and people from each table would get up and dress up quickly as the characters. We'd have like quick change outfits. And so the entire group was involved in sort of performing a pageant, sort of fun and uplifting, and a good way to see people in a different light and add some humor to our relationships with one another. So it's pretty fun.
Thank you, Karen.
Mhm.
Okay, Kim.
Hi, I'm Kim Dannyhauer, and I'm at Graham Memorial in Forest City, and I put together all the liturgy and also work very closely. I'm on the worship committee and bring them all the information they need, and sometimes fill in for the pastor. So
One of those wide job descriptions that, gets paid really well, right? Okay, thanks, Kim. Terry Jackson.
I'm Terry Jackson. I have a dual role at Trinity. I am the Christian Education Director and also the Minister of Music Ministry. So I get to work with Julie and then Karen Craig.
Uh-oh, Terry froze. Okay.
Having this nativity type gathering at Trinity. I was not able to attend the last one, but as I've started working on this, I'm getting more and more excited about it because it's all encompassing. It's for the adults, it's for the youth, it's for the children. But mainly, when you look at this, it's going to be from a child's point of view because they're the ones that really make it alive. When you look into their eyes and see the wonder there, that was something that makes it very special. And what I'm looking for today is some ideas that we can have during our children's learning hour, which is our version of Sunday school, that will tie into this and build up to that, so that will be like the pinnacle of the Christmas season.
Okay, thanks, Terry. Okay, Christy.
Okay, unmuted. Hi, I am Christy Button. I'm the Director of Christian Education at First United Presbyterian in Fayetteville. And the other hat I wear is also I'm the co-director at United Campus Ministry at the U of A. Just for context, I'm there a couple days a week. And I work with mostly children, support the adults, cheerleader for the youth. Support the other ministries by supporting them. I think Amanda's going to say something in a minute, something she's doing. But one thing that we've been doing the last few years is something called the Wandering Wise Men. There are these three little plush wise men that came with a storybook, but we start them far away from the sanctuary and we progressively move them each Sunday. So they're something to seek. And this year I want to add an outreach component to it, somewhat of a reverse Advent calendar, where when you find them, you're bringing an item to give. And each week, a lot of people do a reverse Advent calendar where you give each day, but we'll do it each week, and have some need that is named by one of our outreach people and met each week with it. And then our Christmas play is called The Celebration at the Manger. And it's usually been in the afternoon on a Sunday or the evening. But this year we are going to have it be the message, the sermon portion of worship, the second Sunday. Yeah, the second Sunday in Advent. And so the children will do that as the message that day. So it will be an interesting adventure because we've never done that before in my time here.
Wow.
And
Okay.
so I don't know what else I'm looking for. It's hard to get people together consistently during Advent, but I'm still gonna try.
Okay.
So
Thanks,
that's
Christy.
me.
Okay, Amanda. Oh, wait, you're muted, Amanda.
Let's try that again. My name is Amanda McDonald, and I'm the Director of Youth and Young Adult Ministry at FUPC, where Christy is. And I missed the questions, but I'm assuming based on what Christy said, one of the things I'm doing this year is actually related to school. I'm taking a class called Teaching Discipleship that looks at a lot of education components of how we actually teach. So I'm teaching a class the week before Thanksgiving that will give pre-made resources for Advent, but also has different stations where people will develop their own Advent prayer practice using scripture and then something they can touch or feel or smell while they pray, and developing their own breath prayer to use throughout the season.
Thanks, Amanda. Appreciate that. Doug.
Hi, y'all. Doug Barr. I'm from Second Presbyterian in Little Rock. I'm the family ministry director. We have our second Sunday of Advent service we did last year was I get to teach that or do the message for that Sunday. And last year we included the kids in the retelling of the story and a lot of different moments during the sermon. And people loved that so much. We're doing it sort of the same way, not the same way at all. A similar thing where we have a group we call JAM, which is Junior Artist Ministries, where they are gonna use. We have a plexiglass that we've put some images on in regards to light during the season. So there's stars. There's one that is candles, there's some wings, and then there's a manger scene. And so those are the 4 Advent candles for our walk up towards Christmas. So each one of those plexiglass pieces, the kids are going to create a sort of stained glass to it. So we'll get to talk about how using tissue paper, like sticking tissue paper down on top of it. I love to build things. So I'm building a light box for it. So once it's made by the kids, we'll put put the plexiglass in a frame and set that up on the sanctuary so that at each point during the message, we'll light them up one at a time to tell the story of Christmas. And then during that, there'll be kids music, and also we'll do sort of the brown bag nativity where the kids can come up and like take a costume and get up there and present part of the story as well. So it's going to be a wild service. So we're putting it together as early as we can, and we start rehearsals next week. So
Oh, wow. Next week. Boy, that's great. Okay. Sounds like fun. Chase.
Hello, my name is Chase Holloway, and I'm responsible for the adult Christian education at First Presbyterian in Bentonville. And this year, we're going to be doing a 5-part series, an Advent study for adults, written by James Harnish as part of our Sunday morning Sunday school before the worship service. And yeah, I'm looking for ideas for how we could like work some Advent, some special Advent events into the worship service. So that'd be my question for this morning.
Okay. Sounds great. Susan.
This is Susan Morrow. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yeah.
This is Susan Morrow. I'm a volunteer at Kirk in the Pines Presbyterian in Hot Springs Village. I'm looking for ideas for adults for Advent. The tradition at the Kirk in the Pines has been the Sunday worship lighting of the Advent calendar, the candle and the readings.
Mhm.
I cannot recall that there's ever been any kind of effort outside of worship. And I would like to create an incentive for reading devotional materials for adults, picking up a book. So I've been looking at if anyone has experience with Kate Bowler's. She has just come out with some resources I was looking at, if that's been successful. I know N.T. Wright has Advent for Everyone. If anyone has used that and it's been well received by your congregation. Right now, I'd have asked Julie about trying to get some involvement with our older adults, because we're mainly a senior adult community, since Hot Springs Village is a retirement community. Maybe having an Advent tree in our coffee hour, which follows our fellowship hour following worship, where we put little fortune cookie slips that where we write our Advent wishes. Any helpful information on that? The reverse Advent calendar, I had a question when I heard those ideas. Is that adult related? So thank you for your input.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, Taylor.
Hi, I'm Taylor at First Pres Fort Smith. I'm the Director of Children's Education as well as the Director of Communications. So it's kind of a crazy time for us. We are preparing for Advent right now. We have an Advent devotional that we're kind of compiling. For each day of Advent, we have different passages or recipes submitted by congregation members. And we also have songs involved with our devotional. And this year, we did that for Easter. People really, really liked it and tried the recipes and would bring them to church on Sunday occasionally. So we got to have a special little snack. But this year, we're also doing a social media element to it, where we do the readings by the person who wrote them. We make the recipe and do a video online, and we're also borrowing some outfits from the Fort Smith Little Theater, and we're going to have Christmas carolers singing the hymns. And those will go out every day of the devotional. So I'm really excited to get started on that.
Oh, that's neat. Very neat. Okay, thanks for sharing, Taylor.
Yeah.
Okay, and Jenny.
See if I'm muted or not.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm Jenny Pierce from Park Hill Presbyterian in North Little Rock. Hey there, Kim. Best friend from Grand Memorial. Elizabeth Brenniger is our interim, and she gave me a link to Sanctified Art that she's looking at for our Advent season use. It's got, many different parts to it. I was more focused on doing our Halloween carnival up until Sunday, so I haven't really had a chance to, parse it out. But if anybody has any experience with that particular media, I'd be interested in hearing what their experience was. So we're going to try to get into that.
Okay. Boy, that sounds great. You guys have got some great things going on, and we need to share some of this stuff with each other. I've been trying to make notes, and of course, I've got things in the back of my mind going, where is that thing? And see, now this is why I don't like doing this online, because I want to share my screen and then everybody can't see each other. But I'm going to share the screen for a few minutes. But listen, here's what we're going to do though. Speak up, okay? I'm just going to share some things. I've been making a few notes about things going down here, but you guys all have some things to share with each other. So just speak up, okay? Just go, hey, Julie, got something, and you can start talking, okay? Does that make sense? That's how we're going to do this for a little bit. Okay. So, oh, I think I have to double click. And good, I can only see a few more of you there. Okay, on our website, it's actually under resources, worship seasonal, and you come down here and there's a lot that's, these are just, you can click on one thing if you just know what you want to go to. I'm going to kind of scroll down some. Jenny, you were talking about, I think about the sanctified art, and they are great. They've got, some beautiful, some of the poetry, just some wonderful things. And actually, there's one thing they've got, if y'all have looked at it, these Advent paper lanterns that you can make. Now, these are very elaborate and they tell you how to make them and do all this stuff. But I just thought, what a neat idea, something with paper lanterns. Doug, I think you mentioned you were talking about the light box and all that. And that's what I was just thinking about, the light. And they talk about, they're making big ones and you can make them circular and do them with hoops. And anyway, but I thought there's lots of different ways of doing things, and just the lights. See, they string lights and you can hang these things down. So anyway, I just thought that was a neat idea there. And the other, we were talking, I can't remember who was saying what. This is a new book, the Advent Tree for this Christmas. And they've got, of course, you have to buy the book, but it's got free digital resources. So many, everything up here under themes, has free digital resources. And anyway, it uses the Jesse tree. If anybody's looking for something and with themes like that. And there are some resources here. Dwell has a great book for using, but there's a lot of free ideas and free resources for creating things with the Jesse tree, how you might use it, whether it's all together or sending it home to use, with families, helping them like that. Anyway, I just mentioned those. That was just new this year. Alternative Christmas. One of you said something about, we're talking about the reverse Advent calendar. That was, and a couple of you mentioned that. I think Christy, you were saying something.
I did.
Yeah, you want to say something about that? What do y'all?
Yeah, I've seen several, and you're asking if it's for adults, and it can be. And yes, there's ones on the internet, and this probably is a good one too. What it is it gives you can download something that gives you a daily thing to do. Whether that task to do each day is to go put something in a food pantry, or it's to do something for a neighbor. It just encourages you to do outreach to honor each day of Advent instead of open a box and receive something. And it can be for any age. And I was saying that I kind of wanted it to be a focus each week of Advent for the church. Like on this day, when you come find the wandering wise men, and I can go get them out of the closet in a second and show them to you so you can see where they came from. But have them bring an item. Like maybe it's, we really need peanut butter for the food pantry, or maybe it's we do a lot of stuff with old coats, but I'm just going to use that as an example anyway. We will have already probably donated all of our coats by that time. But maybe it's bring a coat or a warm item to donate. And we do have that as part of what we do anyway. So maybe that's just the day to focus on it. So those are some of the ideas I have.
Yeah, can be send somebody a Christmas card. I mean, maybe it's make
Yeah.
some cookies and take them to a shut-in.
Yeah.
Just it's about giving.
And
Yeah.
there's got to be ideas everywhere on the internet.
Mhm.
You could probably use something somebody else has done or make your own little thing.
Yeah. Two things with that. Well, the alternative Christmas, even if you wanted to incorporate this, is actually it's a book. You buy the book, but everything else is free about it. Advent Conspiracy. I mean, this has been around for a long time and it's been updated. But it's got a study for adults, it's got all kinds of free resources. But it's a great thing to use also, like in connection with the, oh wait, I gotta close this right here, don't I? Yes. Um, Doing the reverse Advent calendar goes great with it. If y'all are going to use the Presbyterian Giving Catalog and you want to do an alternative giving market, I always keep this Links of Love, and it's actually about, making one of the paper chains, and it's got a thing. I mean, it actually has a video with it. I think, not, yeah, you don't see it. It was, but oh, that's not it anyway, is it? Oh, well. Oh, I may have messed up my link on that one. I have it farther down in here too. I'll have to fix that. But that whole idea of encouraging the giving instead of the receiving, that's what with the reverse Advent calendar and all of that. Okay, let's see. This one I just had, well, under worship resources, I've actually got a pageants thing and this one too. If you don't know, if you're looking for things to do in worship, Teresa Cho, the Still Waters site right here, she has got great ideas. I mean, you can Google, you can search on here for things, and I've highlighted a few things, but she'll do, I'm trying to see what, Christmas pageant with 10 Marys and Gabriel. I saw one where she was using, it was a scripture and it was interactive with doing the scripture. She just, anyway, just it's really, she's got some great ideas there. Somebody at something else I was watching was talking about this thing of hers, the nativity story with the drummer boy, where it's the same interactive, and she's picked out all this poetry and she uses pentatonics, drummer boy song, and anyway, she spells out and gives you all the liturgy, and everything's free. These are just ideas of hers. So if you're looking for good ideas, she's got some interesting things on there. And there are, I mean, I've got all kinds of stuff here that you could go through. Another one to highlight, I always do, and this is old. Carolyn Brown. Oh, great. Did it not go? Oh, it does. Okay. Uh, She's got a great, I mean, this is old stuff. It's been around for a long time, but you can, she gives you ideas for all parts of the worship service and children's sermon ideas, but you can look it up, but you can go by year. If you're doing lectionary, you just click on year A and it runs through, it's got the whole lectionary, or you can do topical index and it's got the themes, or scripture index, and you just click on whatever scripture is being used in worship, and and see what ideas she has. So anyway, I have just found this one helpful over the years. Okay, and I know I am running through things, and you guys please speak up, and this is all on the website, so you can go back to it, but we only have so much time here. So Christy, this kind of reminded me of your ideas with the wise men. I started seeing stuff about Las Posadas and it's Mary and Joseph, and it's about hospitality. And so Mary and Joseph, go to each house, and do they show hospitality and what happens? And this first one was one where it travels. That's what made me think. And getting ready for the journey. And so they make the figures of Mary and Joseph, and they travel around from house to house, and they go with, and you can get the thing. There's an Advent journey game, there's coloring pages. I can't remember what the domats are. They share, each family, they encourage them to take a picture and share it on the church's Facebook page. Oh, Mary and Joseph came to our house. Here's what we did, and maybe they make cookies. And also the idea of, that whoever brings, the last family that brought it over to the next family, that maybe they take a picture together, or they have some fellowship together. But there are different things to use with it. They also, somebody was talking about midweek things. This one, let's see. Yeah, I think it's the Night of Las Posadas. This is actually a PDF of a midweek, suggestion for do all of these activities where people all come in, all ages. It's intergenerational, making ornaments for the tree. They have a meal together. I mean, it's a real, you've heard that kind of thing before, but one of the ideas was ending it with this Las Posadas, where everybody has a role. So they have the rooms. They have a way of dividing people up, okay? And each group of people are a different household. And it's like a little skit, and you have Mary and Joseph, and they go from household to household, and they share things and share cookies. And it's got a little, like I say, a little script in it. But anyway, I thought it was just, it was interesting if you're looking for something like that. Have a lot of other ideas with things like that. There's the links of love again. I think, see if this one works. Yes, this is the actual links of love. I'll have to change my thing on there, but it has a little video, and you can watch it to see, but you see the links on the tree, and you put them on, but it's about sharing and what people have given, and it's all free, and it's through the denomination. So, oh, okay. Maybe you guys all know about this, but I did not know about this. Okay, so I'd seen this was just with practical resources for churches. And so PRC, and so they have this talking about the scratch off Advent calendar, and you can pull up the things. And this one, the focus of it was what you're praying for every day. So, you have like the reverse Advent calendar, where it's about what can you give? What can you do? This one is about what are you going to pray for? Okay, so here's what I didn't know about. So this whole thing is set up to go on Amazon, and you buy, these are scratch off labels. I had not seen this before. I thought that's so cool. So you just stick them on top of it, and there's a clear thing on the bottom, and so everybody can scratch it off and see. So it's hidden until the day of, so it's something that everybody gets to do. And I just thought, okay, maybe I'm behind the times here, but I wanted to share that because I thought that was just fun. So, okay. Another one that this was also a PRC thing. They have, oh, well, here, I could probably get a better one. Okay. She was doing these felt where everybody makes, instead of having an Advent wreath or something like this, you have, 5 circles, you have your candles, and so you put that together as a family, so week by week. And so you add the first one, you can add the second one, but this one was actually doing a table runner. But I thought, you could just make one square, and then each week as you add a different candle on there too, doing it a felt kind of thing. And I had not paid good attention to this before. Wait, Advent runner, wait, where is it? Right here, the next one. This is about send home stuff, okay? This is PC USA. And if you scroll down here, liturgical seasons, and it's got printing instructions, all this. But anyway, it's a send home thing, a take home thing. And I loved view the document. Oh, I'm down at the bottom of it. Okay, why are you not rolling? Is it because this is covered up? Ah, here we go. I wanted you to see this artwork. I love it because the artwork is part of it. It's one of these things, see? And so you print them off like on a card stock and it's front and back. And so you've got, you know, reflective questions. I just always think it's great to have something that we can send home to help people feel like they can do something. You know, if they've got kids in the house, they've, you know, lots of times parents just don't feel like I know what to say or I know what to do. It's got a prayer on here, but you know, what do you see in the artwork? You know, how do you wait? What do you hope for? So anyway, this was already done, and I just love the artwork on it that they had here. So I wanted to share that if I can close it. Ah, don't pull that thing down again. Okay, we have to wait a second for that to go back up. Come on, go back up. Ah, okay, wait, I can do this. There we go. I'm getting smarter. Okay, let's see. Oh, Susan, you had asked me about a cube template. I had talked about in our last thing, and we were talking about take-home stuff at the time, but this can be used in different ways. This is just a template I found online, so I put it on here.
Thank
And
you.
you're welcome. I put it on, went on Canva, and you can put anything, you know, you can just print, you can put pictures, you can put graphics. Okay, that thing at the top has got to go away so I can get to my stuff. This is driving me crazy. Okay, I may just have a million things opened up at the top. Yeah, here was one that was just online. This was about a full color one. See, and so,
Oh, beautiful.
uh-huh. And so here's one if you want to let people color the things, and it gives instructions for it. And, you know, so there's a lot of different ways that you could use these. So anyway,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Um, oh, playlist, these were just different. It's music. So if you just need something quick, you can come on here. If you're doing an event, I just always think when you gather people together, if it's a midweek thing and everybody's coming in, and you know, I love having the music played. Say that again. Somebody say something. Okay. Anyway, I just think it's great to try to do things to create atmosphere. It just, I think it helps relax people and, you know, just makes them feel more, it makes it more fun. So these are from different, well, you see two of them are from Advent Conspiracy, one specifically for children. And this was one that a Sanctified Art did last year to go with their theme. And I haven't seen one for this year, so from them. But if they do have one, I'll put it on here. So, um, and games, and I think I've already passed crafts up there. If you're looking for stuff, oh, the Advent bingo, just gathering people together. Christmas
That's
trivia.
fun. The Advent bingo's fun and everybody gets a big kick out of it.
Yeah. I mean, get them together. You know, if you're trying to do a midweek thing with people, you know, have a dinner each week, and you know, maybe one week you might do different kinds of things. Maybe one week you're making stuff and you're decorating your Advent tree, you know, you're making your own chrismons. One week you're doing, you know, play Advent bingo or Christmas trivia or something, and you know, so this is just when I find something I think's a good resource, I stick them on under here. Is anybody doing a Blue Christmas service? Okay. Kim, I forgot we were talking about you doing something on that. I just remembered that right this minute. That
I
all
think FUPC is.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Uh-huh.
If you're raising your hand, I saw Kim raise her hand because, it's got 5 of y'all. I can just see 5 of you right here. Well, actually 4 of you. I'm on there. So, yeah, so say something because I can't, I probably can't see you. But look at all Blue Christmas. From the Outlook, from, they have them from Sanctified Art, from, just all kinds of sources on here. And most all of them are free. And it's always great to take something and, adapt it to make it work for you. Say, I like this, pull this out of this one thing. Um, so, does.
A good resource we use is the Presbyterian Church of Canada. Has all their worship resources online, and they're all free.
Oh, of Canada. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, send me that link, will you, Kim?
I will. I will.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, pageants. A couple of y'all mentioned things with pageants. Teresa Cho, I've already showed you Still Waters. She has several things in there, and one of hers is this No Stress, No Fuss Christmas pageant, where she has got a script in. Oh, okay. I've got a new website and I'm trying to do my stuff. I must have moved something. I will get that changed. Sorry about that. Well, I will find it and I'll put it on here. But what she does, the script's in here, and she's got little things, and it's intergenerational. So everyone in the congregation that wants to participate, they'll say, okay, if you want to be an angel, and what they'll do is they'll buy a bunch of tinsel and make little halos. So there are a whole bunch of them, and everybody who wants to be an angel of any age, you can come up and you get one of the halos and put it on your head. I'm trying to remember, yeah, the wise men crowns, and you can always go to Burger King. Yeah, and get them, and you can decorate them, and you could turn them inside out, and use them, do something like that. I can't remember. One of them, I remember it was some kind of necklace. It might have been Mary, and anyway, so it's very simple things that you just have a bunch of, so anybody can take part, um, and they have the script, and there's a narrator that reads, and people come up, so it doesn't take any preparation for doing that. Another one that's great if you're looking for the impromptu thing, Christmas participation. Oh, you have to download it. I've got it downloaded on my computer. But this one is where there is a narrator, somebody who is reading everything, and it's one of those that every time they talk about the cows, you have a group, people go moo, and you might have one section that does this. And when the angels are mentioned, there's a, hallelujah, so it's one of those interactive, doing it that way. So if you're looking for something that's fun and easy, that's one of these kind of things. It's also a great thing to do, or to incorporate into a midweek kind of thing. Terry, y'all were talking about the thing where it was the potluck dinner, and you might even have one of these scripts that you use, and you might use the more simple, just the halo on the head, that kind of stuff, with all of that. But there's several of them this was, I think this is somebody from PRC again, Christmas story in 5 parts for the impromptu pageants or lessons and carols, and it gives you the scriptures and makes all the recommendations for everything. So I have a number of them like that you can use. Also this ABCs of worship, and you print them all off, and it's going through, and everybody gets one and they read them. doing it like that. So a whole bunch of things on there. So you see, I've got stuff from your churches thinking about being welcoming. There's some couple of real good articles on here that you might just glance through to think about getting your space prepared, your greeters and ushers prepared, just things that you might not have thought about on there. Okay, digital stuff. Taylor, you were talking about all kinds of things with that you were doing around your devotions. Oh, well, I haven't gotten to devotions yet. I'm getting ready to get there. Oh, and somebody else was talking about devotions too. There are some things. I found this one. Now, this one does cost, but SALT, I can't remember what SALT stands for, but they do these short films and they do, I can't get rid of all of this stuff. Okay, I can't get to it right now. Sorry. Yep. Okay, I have to work on a few of my links here. I'll go back and check. Now I'm getting rid of them. Okay. Oh, an epiphany. Now, epiphany, I love Christie's idea with all the wise men. And that's also something that's a great way to use with the 12 days of Christmas. If you've ever done anything with that, following the wise men around, you can do that. The star words, these are great. They've got Sanctified Art has it, but it's a word like, what is your word for the year that you are going to think of? Okay, here's a PDF of star words right here. Ability, abundance, acceptance. Okay, I can't go, oh, it's trying to download. But the idea is that you have all of these things, and part of your worship service is talking about looking forward. When you talk about making New Year's resolutions, things like that, it's kind of more along that line. And so a Sanctified Art has some prayers for Epiphany, but I think they are Star Wars words too. I can't talk. And so people come up and they get them, and this is a word that they use to focus in the new year on it. And I love these giant stars for Epiphany. And so this is a thing about making these giant stars. So there are things that you might do after Christmas, thinking about Epiphany and looking towards the new year, the stars, stuff like that. So that's up there. Okay, now with group studies, and I don't think I'm going to really focus on here. I want to talk about when I take off the screen, stop sharing here a minute. Oh, these are group studies. That's it. My last one is the devotions. I do have a lot of devotions on here. This is the Advent, the outlooks for this year. I did do this one year. You pay $35 and you've got it. And you've got it digital if you want to, print it and mail it to your congregation. But I did a constant contact every week, and it kept me connected with the congregation. And so they got, and there's one for every day. So it was a week's worth of devotions. And so there's a whole lot of it. And most of these, a lot of them are free that are on here, different. And then there's some that are books. Okay, we can get back with that. And then I just wanted to say on these group studies, I have some in the resource center. Okay, some of these are, and there is another place, I'll show you one other place where you can see everything that's just in the resource center. Okay. Some of these are free. This one's free. There's just a few of them that are, but some of these are paired. You can pair them. This Angels Among Us worship design studio, Marcia McPhee, she came out with this one, a year or two ago, a couple of years ago, about the angels, and she used Susan Robb's book. Her thing was Angels Among Us, and she used Susan Robb's book. But these are all these are things, studies that you can do if you want to do an adult study through the season. And I'm going to show you one other place here, if I can. Oh, wait a second. Okay. Resources. I think it's under General Resources. Yes. And it says Resource Center right there. This is what I still have in the Resource Center. And as you can see, first one on here is Advent. I have these in the Resource Center for Advent. So if you are interested in any of those, contact me and you can borrow them and use them. Okay. We were talking about devotions, and Taylor, you were talking about the stuff that you're doing. I know at Trinity, we're putting together our own devotion book this year and just asking people to write things. And it's more, about traditions, things that have meaning that they've done from their history, maybe something that they're doing now. It was something growing up, trying to make it easier for people to think about, oh my gosh, I have to write an Advent devotion. But, when you're sharing something, and that's what, Taylor, what you were talking about with we did one during COVID, and that's what we said, you can share a recipe. We had people share recipes and stories. Golly, I'm trying to think what else that we had in there, but and we'd ask them all to send a picture, like a child, especially if they had, if they're sharing a childhood story, to share that. If they were talking about, somebody was talking about something an ornament that they made, something, and they sent a picture of this ornament that they had made. And so that's a great way to help your congregation. And they also feel like they know each other better after that, reading things like that. What other things have you guys done as far as sharing with devotion wise and stuff like that?
We've used the Outlook before, and we use out of the box, out of the door blessings from PRC, and they'll give you, if we have a text messaging for the entire congregation, and it all goes, we send one out every Monday. We've done it for the fall, and they have an Advent, Christmas, and Epiphany one, and it's $10, but you can just copy it, set it up to go out, and everybody gets one. And I've gotten a lot of good feedback on that. Kind of centers their week on Monday.
Okay. You can find what Kim is talking about under resources on where I was sharing that, under resources, and it's the PRC resource page.
Yeah.
I have got, I think that links to those in there.
Yeah. And once you get something, you're on their mailing list. And so you get whatever they have new every time. So,
yeah.
And I've got to jump off. I've got to go back to work. So enjoyed it. Thank you.
Okay.
Good to see you, Kim. Bye-bye.
Good to see you.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, well, it's a couple of minutes to 1 here, and I like to try to honor that. So, anybody else, you guys, things that somebody else said, ask about that.
At
Go
Park
ahead.
Hill, we're thinking about doing something with our families with children. They had talked about wanting to do some kind of like talent show. So we thought about doing a Christmas karaoke. Has anybody ever done that?
Oh, fun. No,
It'd be fun.
it would be.
Yeah, I've never set up a karaoke. So we have some vocal scholars working with us from UCA, and I think I'll get one of them to set it up.
We did a karaoke at 4th of July, right before 4th of July, so that would be fun.
We have done a karaoke. It just wasn't Christmas. It wasn't Advent or anything. And oh, people just love doing that. A lot of fun. We're doing a beer and carols. Um, and so we're getting, and it's a mix of, it'll be Joy to the World, and then it'll be Holly Jolly Christmas, and Angels We've Heard on High, and Rudolph, and I mean we're going to do the, what is it, the Mariah Carey thing. We're going to do Santa Baby, but it's sing along. So there's a group that is, getting it together instrumentally, musically, and a group of, 5, 6 people. And so anyway, they do it.
Yeah, beer and karaoke might work out better. Beer and carols, because our cocoa and carols didn't go so well last year.
Oh, did it not? Well, if you could serve beer, or we actually have found a pub that doesn't really do much on Sunday nights. And so that's what we're doing at this local pub. Our only problem is we're kind of outgrowing the size of the pub. It's we do beer and hymns, through the year. But anyway, no, that's great. That's great. Okay. Well, you guys, if you've got something else you want to stay on, any questions or anything you want to share?
I put the link to the wise men.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I will have that.
I got them years ago. They're about, I have a different key for my closet and it's in my car, but they're about, I don't know, 8 inches tall.
Okay.
And I got
fun.
the whole set.
Oh, wonderful.
There's a
Okay.
devotion book, a storybook, and the 3 wise men.
Okay. I will share that in the follow-up email to you guys when I get that tomorrow morning. Okay. Okay. Well, y'all know where to find all those resources. I will fix the few links there that I messed up. And you know where to find me. Okay. And hopefully some of you know where to find each other too. Okay. Okay. Thanks so much, you guys. I hope you have a great Advent season and a great day. Okay.
See you later.
Bye-bye.